Hey friends, what's up? Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're doing well. Today we've got another clone video for you. Clone fragrance. Got this in earlier this week. It's from Emir or Paris Corner. And the name of the fragrance is Fire Your Desire. Yeah, Fire Your Desire. Part of the Shades of Dark series. That sounds pretty metal. It's a 100 ml size bottle, and it's a clone of a very well-known fragrance, which is none other than by Kilian's Angel Share. So in today's video, I'm gonna break this fragrance down for you, let you know how much it costs, let you know whether or not it's worth checking out, and also let you know how it stacks up against the more well-known Khamrah. So let's jump into it. As I said, guys, this is from Emir or Paris Corner. I haven't smelled a whole bunch of releases from that house. They're a clone house. Some of the first ones that I had smelled were not particularly great. Then I got this one in, which is actually much nicer. This one's called Cedrat Essence, and this is a clone of Cedrat Boisé, and this one is actually pretty good. So going into this, I was tentatively hopeful, I guess you could say. And this one I did get from fragrancebuy.ca. It's gonna run you about 29 bucks US as of this video. I've got a link in the description in case you wanna check it out. This one popped up along with a whole bunch of other fragrances from the house. And I did get another clone that is in this style of bottle, which is very good actually. I'll talk about that one in a future video. So again, link in the description in case you do wanna check this out. For now, let's take a look at the presentation. So here we have the box, or I guess the tin, you would call it, because it's not actually a box. It's like a cheaper version of a Jean Paul Gaultier or something like that. It has a nice kind of rubberized feel to it. You have the name of the house, name of the fragrance on the front there, size and concentration, 100 ml eau de parfum. Up on top, you have the logo and the name of the house, I should say. On the back, you have the certificate of authenticity and your ingredients as well. Opens up like this. And then your bottle sits right down inside here, like so. And that has kind of a velvety feel to it. It's pretty tough to get out. And here we have the bottle. You got a sticker on the front here. It's pretty thick, so it gives the appearance of being a plaque. You have the name of the fragrance, name of the house, size and concentration once again. Also got this little metal tassel on here that just kind of flips and flops around. And when you first get this in and you pick it up, it's gonna sound like there's something loose in there, and it's actually just this smacking off the bottle as you pick up the container. On the bottom, you have a sticker, and the cap slides into place. Definitely don't try to pick this up by the cap because it will come loose. Then it says Paris Corner on top of the atomizer. You know what time it is? Let's give it a spray. Now that looks pretty good on camera, I'm assuming, but the atomizer is not great. It feels pretty cheap when you press down, and it doesn't really spray out a huge amount of fragrance. So this is gonna be one of those ones that you'll wanna go pretty heavy on the trigger with. As I said at the beginning of the video, Fire Your Desire is a clone of Angel Share. And obviously there's a market for clones of Angel Share because this guy right here, Khamrah, basically gets into stock at Fragrance Buy and sells out immediately every time. People really clamor for this stuff. And I gotta say, Khamrah is a really, 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 really good clone of Angel Share. The presentation is slick. Actually, the box for this is better than the box for the real deal for Angel Share. It's got that sweetness as that gourmand feel. It's got that booziness that Angel Share has. It doesn't come across with as much of the praline note. It leans a little bit more into the actual booze itself than Angel Share does, but it's really well done. The quality here is very good, and the performance here is great as well. This one typically around $40 US, a little bit under if memory serves correctly, but it's in that range, like $35 US to $45 US, trending more toward the lower end of that. This is absolutely worth that price in my opinion. The quality is there. It's 100 ml size, which is double the amount of Angel Share, so it's a great buy. But how does Fire Your Desire smell, and how does this one compare to the real deal and to Khamrah? Well, this is gonna be your cheapest bet. This one, as of this video, is just a smidge under $30 US from Fragrance Buy. I think it's like 29 bucks and some change. So it's gonna be the most affordable one. Now, not drastically more affordable than the Lattafa over here, but still a little bit cheaper. Now, when I very first got this in and I opened it up and I sprayed it on, I thought to myself, man, that is a pretty good Angel Share clone. That's nice. Now, I didn't have Angel Share on to compare at the time, but just my initial impression was, that's pretty good. It's not bad. It didn't strike me as being quite as good as Khamrah, but I still thought, for a cheap alternative, it's good. Then as time went on, I started to have some second thoughts and everything, and I sprayed on the fragrance once again, Fire Your Desire, along with Angel Share on the other arm. And there are definite differences. So Angel Share, you get that sweetness pretty much right away. You get this little bit of a chocolatey feel from the praline mixing together with that boozy sweetness that it has. It also has that spice, that cinnamon that you can pick up right away in Angel Share. But, is it worth it to pay the $210 for Angel Share for 50 mils? Which of course for 100 milliliters, if you just double it, would be over $400, which is maybe not the best way to determine the direct price between the two, but even just saying $210 for this one, for a 50 ml size bottle, is it worth it to pay that much for Angel Share when this, for a 100 ml, is under $30? When you spray this one on, yeah, you get some of that booziness, you get a little bit of that spice. You don't really get any of the chocolate, that praline sort of feeling, that gourmand feeling from the praline that's in Angel Share. I don't get that in this one. Instead, it comes across like that is ramped down and then the woodiness is ramped up a little bit. And that's also going to be one of the big differentiators between Lattafa Khamrah and Fire Your Desire. Khamrah has that sweetness in the opening. It's very noticeable. Fire Your Desire is not quite there as far as how much sweetness it puts across. So do you get that cognac? Yeah, you do. Do you get that little bit of cinnamon and that tonka coming through? Yeah, for sure. But the praline and the vanilla for me in Fire Your Desire are, as I said, reined in, not as noticeable, not as prominent, and the woodiness comes through a bit more. It still smells good. Smells really nice, quality is there, but it's missing something for me compared to the original Angel Share. And so when I put this one side by side with the other alternative, Khamrah, I think this one's better. I just think this one gets you closer to where you want to be with an Angel Share type fragrance, which is leaning into that sweetness, leaning into that booze, leaning into that warmth. This gives you that. This one, not quite as much as I would want. And this is totally a mental thing, but even looking at the coloration here, right? This one is more of a whiskey ambery color, and this one is like rust to an extent. So like when you look at them side by side, the original Angel Share, the OG, the real thing, and Fire Your Desire over here, there's that difference in color too, which Khamrah comes much closer to nailing, and it just kind of completes the whole picture. Like, the Lattafa here is getting you quite close to Angel Share, whereas Fire Your Desire is like a bit of a twist, and parts of Angel Share are missing and replaced with something else that maybe you actually don't want them to replace. Still, this one is nice, smells good. It gets you close to Angel Share. It does have a nice scent profile to it. It is like Angel Share with a twist, especially in the mid and the dry down. But performance-wise, it's lacking a little bit. Now, part of this is going to be because of that atomizer, I think, because the atomizer, it doesn't feel like it's really spraying out quite enough. At least that's how it feels to me. And this one just can't keep up with the Lattafa or the Killian. It doesn't project well enough. It doesn't last long enough off my skin. It's a little bit disappointing, actually, in comparison to the other two. They were still going strong, still projecting well, whereas this one was sitting softer, sitting closer to the skin. So of the three, without a doubt, in terms of performance, this is the weakest one. In terms of seasons, it's going to be more of a fall, wintertime fragrance. Daytime or nighttime, though, most people would say it leans more toward nighttime use. And on the whole, I would just tell you that if you're looking for an alternative, absolutely try to get this one first. This is the best alternative that I've smelled so far. The quality of the Lattafa is higher. The scent profile is better. It commands more attention. It's going to get you more compliments. It's going to last longer. It's going to project more. Presentation is better. The bottle is better. The box is better. And it's like $10 more. It's just a no-brainer. Basically, if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to Angel Share, whether because you don't want to spend the money to get Angel Share or you already own Angel Share, but you want something that's going to get you close, that you can wear whenever you want because it's cheaper and you just can go through the bottle with reckless abandon, this is the one you want. This is what you're after. And now, if you're looking for something that's even cheaper, that's going to get you close but not as close, or you're just a sucker for Angel Share type fragrances, then absolutely check this out. It smells good. It smells really good, actually. It's just not as good as the others. I know it probably sounds like I'm crapping on it. I don't mean it to come across that way, though. It's just when the difference is only $10 and there's one that's clearly, in my opinion, better, it's kind of fallen into that limbo land type of fragrance where, like, yes, I suggest it in terms of it smells nice and the price is not really high, but then it's also at the same time hard to suggest it just because, you know, there's the other alternative out there. On the whole, smells really nice, not as close to Angel Share, performance could be better. That's basically what you're looking at here. So there we go, Fire Your Desire. I know it's not expensive, but this is one that I think, you know, if it was maybe in the low 20s or something instead of the high 20s, it would be much more appealing to a lot of people out there. It's still good. It's still good. Just a little tough is better. All right, guys, that'll do it for me. If you smelled that one, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you later.